All right, what's up, quarterback fans, college football fans? Welcome to another QB Spotlight video. In this video, we're talking about Florida quarterback Graham Mertz. We're talking about what the keys are for him to have success and for the offense to have success against Tennessee's defense and what they can do to ultimately win the game. And if you're a Tennessee fan or if you're just a diehard football fan, a Florida fan, we put one out over what Joe Milton needs to do against Florida's defense recently. That should already be out if you want to go check that out after this video. But if this is your first time tuning in, QB Spotlight is just a big quarterback hub. We do quarterback previews like this, quarterback recaps, just quarterback content throughout the week, specifically the college quarterback position, from interviews to podcasts, kind of just what we do. So if you like that type of content, if you're a quarterback fan, a college football junkie, feel free to follow along and subscribe and like and all the YouTube stuff. But with that said, let's talk Graham Mertz. Let's talk the keys that he has to have or how he has to play and what are the main keys for him to focus on to have success against Tennessee, to lead Florida to a win. And the first two keys, if you watch the Joe Milton video, it's actually the exact same keys of Milton, in my opinion, the exact same struggles maybe both of them have had, and the not struggles maybe, but just the areas that they need to perform well on to win this game. So let's talk Mertz. Before I talk Mertz, let's briefly talk Tennessee's defense, because they came out, they played UVA, right? So there's some takeaways from Virginia. Virginia's not a great team, but still Power 5, still some takeaways. And they dominated Austin Peay. So we'll take it with a grain of salt, but still, they had 7 sacks against Austin Peay, 5 sacks against UVA with 20 total pressures on the quarterback. So that means hits and hurries and sacks all combined. So they got after the quarterback a good amount. So whether that's the case against Florida or not, we will see, right? But with Mertz, I think number one, the same key that we talked about Milton, you got to push the ball downfield. I think you're going to have some vertical shots to beat Tennessee. And we're just going off the game against Utah. I didn't watch or spend time against the FCS, so I apologize. But just going off Utah, Mertz had 31 completions, right? Not too bad from the outside looking in, but only 6 of those 31 completions went past 10 yards in the air against Utah, right? So 6 completions, but only 6 were mid-range plus. Not a lot of a threat downfield. So I think you're going to have a threat downfield. I think once you have a threat downfield, then I think you can open up that run game a bit more, like Napier probably wants to open up. I'm not saying don't get into a rhythm. I'm not saying don't try to work on some quick passes or get the ball out quickly. That's important. I get it. I can slow down the pass rush, throw a screen or two, yes. But to win the game, I think some shots downfield are going to have to be made. There's going to have to be a more vertical passing attack, and you're going to have to distribute the ball using the whole field, not just behind the line of scrimmage, not just in short throws. So number one, ball downfield. Number two, success with pressure in your face. We just talked about Tennessee's defense having success against Austin Peay and UVA, and yes, were they not great opponents? I think UVA is pretty decent, and still, they got a ton of pressure. So with that said, Florida's offensive line, Florida's going to have to protect, and Mertz is probably going to have some pressure in his face at the very least. He's going to have to play well in it. So far, he's 2 of 7, or against Utah, he was 2 of 7 for 22 yards and a pick against Utah. So Utah was able to get pressure, and they were able to affect him, and there wasn't much offense with that. So Mertz is going to have success against pressure. You're going to have to find a way to have success, whether that's on him, offensive line, regardless who it may be on, probably a combination, have success against pressure. And then the last one, which is kind of weird so far as like what the numbers look like, but play action. I think you're going to have some successful play action throws. I think that can get the defense out of position. I think, yes, that relies on the run game. You got to get the run game going for that to be successful, but maybe early on, if you can get a successful deep play action pass and complete it, I think that could have a really positive effect for Florida. So far, though, on play action passes, Mertz is only 5.5 yards per attempt, and so I think you need to combine the vertical shot with the play action. Of course, like we talked about, get the running game going will help that. But if you can have a few successful play actions and you can hit on some vertical deep shots, that's really going to get the defense out of position, maybe slow down the pass rush. I really think that's going to help, right? So just to kind of recap some overall takeaways for Mertz, I think it's similar to Milton, at least the first two. Hit some downfield throws. You're going to have to hit some downfield throws. You're going to have more than 6 completions that are past 10 yards, if you really think so. You're probably going to have to do it with some pressure in your face. And I think if you can set up the play action, if the play action can set up the run game or vice versa, then I think that can be a good key, a good addition to add offensively. But Florida fans and Tennessee fans, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. We're going to watch a quick clip of Mertz. It's a deep ball against Utah, and it shows him doing a good job just throwing the ball to his guy, just giving his guy a chance. Just give your guy a chance. It's a vertical shot. It was a good throw. It was a really good catch. It's broadcast footage, so take it with a grain of salt. I have to play it a bit slower. It's kind of tough to show content or film content these days. But I did want to demonstrate. I'll have one video just demonstrating some type of throws I think Mertz needs to make. But again, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. With that said, here's a quick clip of Mertz. Okay, so like we mentioned, only 6 of Mertz's 31 completions against Utah were thrown 10 yards down the field in the air, right? So I think seeing more plays we're about to show can be beneficial against Florida. There need to be a bit more shots downfield. We need to complete those shots. So this is just a ball downfield to the receiver in the bottom of the screen. It's a 50-50 ball, but he's given his receiver a chance. That's all you can ask for. So I think more type of throws like this could be good for Mertz, and could be a potential pathway to help them upset Tennessee this weekend. So we'll play it again. Broadcast footage. It's not the best footage, so I apologize, but we'll be here. Boom. No pressure, or there's some pressure, right? You got there with pressure in the face, but no blitzing there at least. And then the receiver makes a good play there for a good little 20+ yards downfield. So anyways, having more throws like that against Tennessee, and whether it's straight dropbacks or they use play action, they push the ball downfield again. There haven't been a ton of downfield throws from play action, but you can still utilize that to help push the ball downfield. But if you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, all that YouTube stuff. It does help us grow, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below what you think Mertz needs to do, and we'll see you next time. Peace.